Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're back. If you were previously watching, I don't know if you can hear anything.
Hello, 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 hello.
Again, if you were on the previous stream, it's always an experiment. It's just constant trying to figure everything out. And when I can tell you right now that the internet it goes in and out. It goes really good, and then it slows really far down, like these waves. And so that's probably not making watching a live stream very easy for you guys, so I'm sorry. But it's always a guessing game with everything when you get outside of the comfort of a
radio
studio.
tower.
Yeah, it's just anything. As soon as you get outside of like your little comfort bubble,
Yeah.
something will go wrong.
A cell tower on this lot would be really nice
Well,
with Wi-Fi.
it doesn't look like the cell phone signal is bad. It just, for some reason, it'll be really good, and then it'll be really bad, and then really good. So
Yep, well, we are out in East Bufu.
yeah. So we, if you couldn't hear before, or if you are just now seeing this live stream, we're out at the Clear Mountain Food Truck Park. Clear Mountain. I was blown away by the name and
The
where it came from.
Maybe we should run that by everybody. Because
So-
that's probably the top question we get from everybody out here is, why did you name it Clear Mountain? There's no mountains.
right.
So this story was told on a previous podcast that we did up there at the studio on Food Trucker Magazine. Ken David was our guest, and he's actually the property owner out here. The way it was explained is that the French, when they came into this territory, were standing over on the hills of northern Kentucky, looking
Justin
over.
Graff says hi. I guess he can hear you now.
All right. Hi, Justin. Anyways, the French were standing on the hills over in Kentucky and looking this way, and apparently the Blue Mountains were outlined, which is Claremont County, as it's known now. And French terminology back then, they called it Clermont. And Clermont being clear, it was a French term for clear, and so they called it Clermont, which was Clear Mountain. And so that was how Claremont eventually adopted its name to be Claremont County, based on the French, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. So when Ken was doing his research, trying to pick a name, he came across all that in the history books, and he said, that'd be really cool. We'll just call it Clear Mountain, because that was the original term. So
I love it so much. Because I had never heard that story about where Claremont County got its name. And, this food truck park gives like that
history,
chance for people to kind of be like, what's the story there? And then it kind of gets that conversation going. So this is in Batavia, right outside of Batavia. We're about 10 minutes or so from downtown Batavia. About 15-ish minutes from Eastgate. It's for anybody who's lived in the area for a while, it was the Gold Star on the corner there. Half Acre Road and the Old 32.
Yep.
It is now a
food park.
Going to the building is going to be a little bar.
Yep.
The space next door is a giant beer garden with cornhole and picnic tables and a giant stage for live music, and it's just such a fun place to hang out.
Yeah, they got their occupancy certificate. 2,500 is what this place is supposedly going to hold. So we were talking about the stage and the shipping container concept and all that kind of stuff, and obviously they got their liquor permit, their beer permit, and all that kind of stuff only a few weeks ago.
Right.
And that's kind of why we were behind the 8 ball on attracting craft beer out here, because we really just didn't have time to do it. I said, look, if you got now that you got your permit, you might as well set an opening date and get open. Let's just do it. So there's a lot of things that are in the architectural drawings, that have not come to fruition yet. But for the most part, the foundation's set. It's in place, and they've done a lot of improvements to this property that are going to allow it to grow into what those architectural renderings look like. And I think in 2022, when it all is matured and has come to pass to look like the drawings, I think this is going to be, yeah.
It's already fantastic. I mean, if you look, clearly people are enjoying it already. You guys can see on the live stream that people are having fun. It's it'll probably get better, but right now, like this is exactly what this area needed right now, and I think it's great. I could sit here and hang out
it's just a
all day.
Big beer garden, you know?
It really is.
I mean, last night, we did the friends and family night, and it was amazing to see how many people, when you were walking around, were just running into old friends.
Right.
That they hadn't seen in a while. And they're like, oh, I haven't seen you in years. And, it's like the community came out and came together, and, it just brought old friends back together. And I think Mario Pasteur came out last night, which was good to see him, because I don't always get to see him unless I'm getting shirts from him,
right.
But, yeah, I mean, he came out, he only lives a few minutes away, so it was nice that he knows now, that this is here. And they actually did the Clear Mountain Food Park shirts for him. But, with Paradise going in down the street, I mean, that was our option, I mean, it was my first option. I said to Jeff, bring out your trailer and let's put your beers out here. And hopefully that will lead to attracting some of the other craft breweries in town.
Right.
I mean, we'd love to have, beer from Mount Carmel. We'd love to have beer from Sons of Toil. We'd love to have, the whole entire East Side brewing community, come out. So,
yeah, it's a good... beer gardens to me are...
speaking of...
beer gardens to me are the perfect way to drink a beer in the summertime. And they have just managed to nail all of those check marks for things that you need out of a beer garden.
Yeah.
And they've done it very well here.
Yep. And there's another one that's all the way out in Bright, Indiana. Vitore's Urban Backyard, it's a small little lot, but he puts trucks out there. We got one truck of ours that goes out there all the time. Quad Q Barbecue. I think it's on Wednesdays that he set up out there. But he's got a liquor permit out there too, so he's actually got a liquor trailer. So he's got a beer trailer, liquor trailer out there. And it's out in Bright, Indiana, and again, there's nothing out there either. You got Skyline Chili, McDonald's, and, the Urban Bistro, which is, the backyard is Vitore's Urban Backyard. So, and he's actually here tonight with his food truck. And from what I understand, I think they're getting their asses kicked. As soon as he pulled in, it was funny because when he pulled in, he came up, got here a little late, but we had to pull him around the park through the front, right past the stage, and I'm like, talk about free publicity.
Right.
That's why he showed up late. He just rolled right through, and everybody's like, think I'll eat that one.
Wave the menu out the side. Here's what we're serving.
Yeah. But yeah, coming all the way from Bright, Indiana, shit, that's like a 2-hour drive. Especially towing a trailer.
with the way traffic has been lately, it's a 2-hour drive from just about anywhere.
Yeah, from Eastgate. From Eastgate to here. But no, it's it came together, like you said, kind of at the last minute. The biggest hang-up was just getting the permit. So the stage, required a permit. The park needed to get its beer permit. The building needed to get its liquor permit. I mean, it was all, it was all just a matter of just waiting on the permits to come in. Once they all dropped, it was like, boom, all at the same time. And then I said, well, why wait?
Especially with something like this. If you get some nice weather and
Yep.
you're able to have people here.
Yep. And they certainly came out. I mean, this is not even the grand opening. The grand opening is tomorrow. So we had a rough time parking cars tonight. I think if we get this, if we get the space up the road tomorrow to use, we'll be able to do shuttle service. Ken came up with a great idea. He said, why don't we give everybody that Ubers out here a $10 truck buck to offset their cost to Uber out here. And I said, well, yeah, I mean, hell, if you get 3 or 4 people in an Uber, bring them all out, they can split the cost. They get $10 in truck bucks. I mean, they can use it at any one of the food trucks that are out here. Then they're on their own to get home. But, I can't imagine anywhere from, 5 to 10 mile radius around this place being more than $10, $15 to get here.
I wouldn't think so.
No, and if you get a $10 truck buck, hell, it didn't cost you anything. So we might make that announcement on our social media tomorrow morning, about because we really were struggling on parking tonight, and we didn't have the most friendly neighbors allowing us to use any of the parking for overflow. So it's I
think I see a cornfield where you go parking.
Yeah, yeah. I see a fenced-in force field over there. But yeah, no, I think this is going to be a nice little place for this community for years to come.
It's going to be exciting to see it kind of grow and evolve, and how the community kind of directs what that evolution looks like, what things catch on here, what things don't, what things it needs after you get a summer under your belt and see how people are using it, and it'll be fun.
Yeah, people have asked what's going to happen after the season. So the season here is April 1st through October 31st, and then we will have one permanent vendor that is actually going to station right next to the building, and their service window will fold up inside to where you can get the drive-through window that used to be Gold Star's drive-through window is going to be able to access the food right through the pass-through window.
Nice.
Yeah, so that'll be nice because then they can feed anybody coming in in the off season to the bar, and it'll be a full-blown sports bar, liquor license. They've got all the spirits, so they can do all the all the hard liquors that they want. They can do all the craft beers they want. I know they're going to have 16 tap handles, and that's why we're trying to reach out through the podcast to the craft beer community and say, look, reach out to us out here. We want to get your craft beer in here. So that is just a shout out to all you folks out there in the craft beer community.
So if you're listening to this and you own a brewery, work for a brewery, you want to get your beer out here,
send your sales guys.
Yeah, send somebody out here and get your beer here, because this is probably better than the beer garden that you have at your brewery. Probably. There's
bigger. I can tell you that.
There's a couple of really great beer gardens in town at breweries, but not nearly many that compete with this.
Yeah. Well, I thank you guys for having us.
Of course.
Obviously, you and I have done a lot of stuff in the past together, and I appreciate you taking the time to drive an hour and a half out here.
It's all right. It's all right.
I've got you beat. I'm 2 hours.
You never really know what you like. I'm pretty sure that by the time I go to leave, I can probably get home in
quickly
40 minutes or so. Like, it won't be that bad. But to get here, I hit every single traffic spot that I possibly could.
Yeah. From three to probably 6:30, it's just painful.
Yeah.
275 Beachmont, 32. I mean, it's just. I would hate to have to go to work and live out this way every day and deal with that.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, the prime time is 6:30, and it showed tonight. I mean, hell, 6:30 came and it was like bam, everybody just rolled in all at one time. It was like, holy shit, So, but it's cool. I mean, I think it's gonna be a nice place for them out here.
Well, if you live close by, get out here and support these guys, and bring some friends and try some different food trucks and drink some beers and just sit out here and enjoy sunshine.
Yeah.
and if you don't live close by, still come out here. Make a day out of it on the weekend and just come out here and hang out. Like I said, this is a really fantastic beer garden. Chris says that permits require a permit.
Permits do require a permit, and it's a $500 surcharge for the permit that requires the permit. And that's a fact, Jack.
It's you talk to any place that has ever tried to open, especially if you're talking about breweries or bars or things like that. The process is.
One of our members is opening up a brick and mortar, Stellar Street Eats, over in Camp Washington or Mount Washington, and they're just every time they turn around, there's another department that's got their hand out.
Yep.
Oh, you need a permit for that, and it's going to cost you this much. You need a permit for that, it's going to cost you this much. I mean, it's just, they want growth in this country. They want small businesses to succeed. It's like, cut the red tape and just let us do our thing,
especially talking about the beer industry, we have seen movement to make things easier for people to exist. And I'm sure in other industries we can say that too, but slow moving progress. It is so slow moving.
Red tape. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening. who knows how much of it you actually heard? How much of the sound was?
Well, if you didn't hear, there's Paradise Brewing out here. Pith Off Pale Ale, Killer Kolsch, and Check Yourself Pilsner.
I will scour through the recording and see what we've got.
We're trying to do this without editing.
see what we've got. There is no such thing as no editing on this one. I know that already. So thank you guys. This was a special kind of live broadcast to apologize for not having a Weekly Pint this week, or like 2 weeks ago, or like 4 weeks ago. Like there was like 3 Weekly Pints that I missed because of different lots of different reasons. So this was kind of a I'm sorry. Come hang out with me. And see what this place is all about. So get out here, have a beer, support these food trucks, support the Clear Mountain Food Truck Park, because, like I said, it is definitely something special that you're not going to find anywhere else. So thank you guys. Sort of Cincy Brewcast.
Peace.
The voice of Cincy Craft. Well, I didn't hit the music in time. Now we get to talk for 2 minutes while the I'm going out of town this weekend. I'm going to be up in Salina, Ohio, for Lake Festival, and there is one brewery up there in Salina. So pay attention to social media, because I'll probably be drinking some beer that I haven't had before. So that'll be fun.
Salina.
I'm already out of town, so you know.